Hello. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm cleaning my room right now, so I'm not gonna be near the camera. I'm not a great beauty vlogger. I'm sorry. So I had this conversation with Madeline a few nights ago. I don't remember how we got on the topic of it, but we were talking about it. And so this is just my thoughts on it. Keep in mind, I do not speak for every single asexual person in the world, and I am not aromantic. I'm just asexual. So keep that in mind as I'm telling you this, because this is just how I feel about it. I usually don't talk to people about it. I'm not really vocal about it on Tumblr. I'm not really vocal about it in real life. I'm just kind of quiet about it. But this is personally how I feel about it. My mind can be changed on this topic. It's mainly just that from what I've gathered as being an ace person, this is how I feel. So I am, as you know, I'm non-binary and I'm a lesbian. And I think one of the, so that's what qualifies me as LGBT, okay? The ace part of my identity is not what qualifies me as LGBT. So, I'm not an exclusionist, and that sounds weird. But the thing about it is that I feel like being ace, not aromantic, but ace, you know, that's like a personal thing. That's not something that I am being targeted for, because that's the main thing. That's the main reason why the LGBT community exists, is because people were being being shamed for who they want to be with romantically. And so if you are straight and you are cis and you are asexual, you do not earn the title of being LGBT. Sure, I mean, being ace is very difficult in terms of dating and relationships. It's really hard, and it's really a tough thing to deal with, and believe me, I would know. I was crying about it a few weeks ago over Maury. You know, it's a really tough thing to kind of come to terms with and to deal with, and so I think that in terms of being aromantic and asexual, I think you do kind of deserve a place in the LGBT community. But if, you know, like I said, I'm non-binary and I'm a lesbian, but that is what puts me in the LGBT community, not the fact that I'm ace. And I feel like, because everyone deserves a place, you know what I mean? Because being ace, especially aromantic asexual, is very difficult, because you don't really fit in with the LGBT community, but you also don't fit in with people who are straight. And so it's kind of a hard place to be, because you don't really fit anywhere, you know what I mean? And so I understand a lot why people want to put themselves into the LGBT community. And keep in mind, I do think that people who are aromantic and asexual belong in the community. You know, I think that when you're ace and you're, because everyone deserves a place, you know? Everyone deserves to have somewhere to be. That's why the LGBT community is so important, because we didn't have a place to be and now we do. I think that people who are asexual deserve a place to be, but it's not in the LGBT community if you are cis and straight. That's kind of how I see it personally. I almost sort of feel that way about people who are aromantic, mainly because the LGBT community is based around people who are attracted to people, not attracted to the same gender. And you know, not cis. And so that's kind of, you know, like I said, I'm very iffy on it. I don't really keep up with this kind of stuff. I didn't come out and I didn't even accept the fact that I was ace until like a year and a half ago, so I'm very new to all of this. But that's just kind of how I feel about it. So when your friend says that she's LGBT because she's asexual, I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? And I don't even think that, I don't know if she's quote-unquote trying to like shoehorn her way into the LGBT community by saying that she's ace, or trying to use the fact that she's ace to let herself into the community. That was, ignore my first wording, that wasn't right. You know, I just don't think, I think people who are asexual deserve a place to be, but it's not in the LGBT community. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. That's just how I feel about it. Like, when I look at myself and I say I'm LGBT, I don't think I'm non-binary, a lesbian, and asexual. I think I'm non-binary and a lesbian, and that's what puts me in the community. So, short story long, because I had to over-explain the hell out of it. That's just kind of how I feel about it. And like I said, I never even thought about this stuff until recently, because I was not accepting of the fact that I was ace yet. And so that's kind of, so my point of view about it is a little bit swindled, I guess you could say, like a little bit off, because I'm not really totally educated on it yet. Even though I am ace, I'm still not totally educated on it yet. So that's that. Anyways, wait, what's the Shane Dawson? Yep.